Practice drill number 2. I want you to write all your vocabulary lists in 2-column notes. If you put the word on the left and the meaning on the right, you can just fold it over like this and you have instant note cards. So let's define these words. First of all, fold it over and see which words you don't know and circle them if you don't know them. Now, I'm going to go over this list of words. When you rue, you regret. And I rue the day I met you. So there's even a character named Rue, and I regret. I won't tell you what happens to her. Perseverate. This is my wife's favorite word, and my mom was really mad that my wife knew it and she didn't. Perseverate means to stay stuck on. Can you see the word persevere in perseverate? So don't perseverate on something negative. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. And you will move on from whatever you're perseverating on. When something is contrived, then it's fake. So this is a very important thing. Like, hey, where can I get car insurance? Like, that's a contrived and stupid commercial that doesn't really seem like it's real situation. And if you can tell people are acting, then it's contrived. Now, this is one of my favorite words to say and use. It looks like superfluous, but it's superfluous. Can you say superfluous? Okay, superfluous is more than is needed. It's like icing on the cake, and you're just giving too much. And of course, super means more, because Superman is more than a man, right? This is another fun word to say, hyperbole. It looks like hyperbole, but it's hyperbole. Hyperbole means an exaggeration, like I ate 1,000,000 hamburgers this weekend because I was hungry, so hungry that I could eat a horse, right? You probably didn't eat 1,000,000 hamburgers, maybe 500,000, right? Adroit just means able to do. You're very coordinated, you're adroit, or you're very able, adroit writer, and then that's good. It just means that they're capable to do something. Zealous means you have a lot of energy, but sometimes it's too much energy, especially if you're a zealot, a religious zealot, and you're trying to convince everyone else that your God is the one and true only God. So zealous could be good, like fanatical, and it can also mean too much energy, but that's zealous. So I hope you're zealous about learning vocabulary. All right, etymology. Ology is always the study. So an etymologist is someone who studies words. All right, I hope that you're a junior etymologist by being curious about vocabulary today. Mnemonic, it'll be very ironic if you forget mnemonic. Mnemonic always means of the memory. And if you have a little memory device, it's called a mnemonic device, like, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, helps us with the order of operations in math. Okay, persevere. This is really important because what employers want is people that can fall down and get back up. They want people with perseverance or grit. So we hope that you'll persevere through this test-taking process and this vocabulary lesson, because you can do it and you gotta just not quit, and that's when you persevere, is not quitting. What is a plethora? A plethora is many things. So hopefully you have a plethora of vocabulary words in your vernacular or your vocabulary, okay? So autobiography is probably a word that you know, and the reason you know it because auto means self, bio means life, and graph means writing. So writing about your own life is an autobiography. So that helps us learn that pieces of the word can help us figure out what the word might mean. Fertile. Fertile just means able to grow. So infertile would mean not fertile. That's bad land that doesn't grow anything. But fertile land is rich soil and it'll grow your crops well. So abduct means like to be kidnapped. So that's why aliens abduct people. And it just basically means a taking or unwilling taking of someone, or a kidnapping is abduct. Okay, what does impale? Impale means to stab, but not as scratch, but it means to stab through. So if this pen was going through my hand, it might have impaled it, or a spear could impale your any part of your body if it goes all the way through. It's not just a scratch when it's impaled. So now, what does copacetic mean? Copacetic thing means that everything is all right. Everything cool, man. And so we want things to be copacetic in your life. You're going to study your vocabulary and you're going to do awesome on your vocabulary section of your test and your vocabulary hacks. Vocabulary hacks. Parts of speech. Isn't grammar fun? Well, there's a few parts of speech you really ought to know. The first is nouns. Nouns is everything you can touch and some things you can't. So a noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. So you can touch a person, but I think you should maybe be careful with that. You can go to a place and touch the ground, and you can touch a thing like an ear. But you can't touch democracy, justice, or love. Those are ideas, but they're still things, so they're nouns. So a pig is a noun, and all the things like the snout and the ear, the tail, and the leg of that pig are nouns. So now, verbs are always action words. This is anything the pig can do. The pig can run, the pig can sleep, the pig can jump, the pig can oink, and the pig can poop, I guess. I mean, yeah, I guess everything poops, right? So a pig, anything that a pig can do or anything that you can do is called a verb. So now an adjective. Adjectives describe. So adjectives are like the cute pig, the pink pig. Even if there's 10 pigs, that becomes an adjective, the number. So anything that describes a noun is an adjective. But what if the word is describing a verb? How does the pig run? The pig runs quickly, or the pig runs slowly. The pig can run fast, or the pig could run well. So if you want to sound educated, when people say, "How are you?" you need to say, "I'm doing well," because it's describing how you're doing. It's an adverb. A lot of the adverbs end in ly. Don't say, "I'm doing good," because that's an adjective and you won't sound as educated. But it's okay with your friends to say, I'm good. These are the parts of speech that you need to know. Nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. There are 3 parts of a word. There's the prefix, the root, and the suffix. At the beginning, you guessed it, prefix has a prefix called pre, and it means before. Those prefixes go at the beginning. The ones that go at the end are called the suffix. So like if it's present tense, it's ing. If it's past tense, it's ed. But the root word can be at the beginning, middle, or end. And what are the main sources of root words? There's Greek and there's Latin. So for parts of the word, when you look at a word that you don't know, you might just want to find some other words that have that same part of the word that you do know. So if you know what transport means, then you might be able to figure out portable, export, import, transportation, and deportation. So port means to carry. So import is when you're bringing things into a country. To export, you're sending things out. To transport, you carry across, and portable means able to carry. Deportation means you're going to be sent out. And transportation is, again, just the process of carrying things across. If you know your Greek and Latin roots, you can make word trees. And I'm going to show you how. On this word tree, we have the word television, and we should write that here. We have the word telegram, which we're going to write here. We have microphone and microscope. So they share the same thing, micro. What might micro mean? Micro definitely means small. Tele means distance. And then we also have a telescope. That's different than a microscope. And then we have a telephone. Phone means sound, tele means distance, and graph means writing. All of these words are definitely related, and you can show that relationship by showing your root word tree.